By now you should have several questions which I will attempt to answer. First, who benefits from the Santa Fe protocol? Answer, anyone with macular degeneration. Either the wet or dry variety benefit. As of December 2005, 85% of people with either wet or dry macular degeneration improved vision as measured objectively in EDTRS eye charts. The only exception are the people who have leaking or bleeding in the eye. Second, what is the benefit to you? We're mostly interested in functional vision, and I can measure visual acuity, but there are other things I can't measure so well. The visual acuity is measured using special National Eye Institute eye charts. These are called EDTRS charts. However, there are a number of subjective improvements which I cannot easily measure, but improve function substantially. Color vision gets better. With advanced macular degeneration, people see only in shades of gray. Many of those report that they can begin to see colors. People who could see colors before report that the colors become more intense and more vivid. Scotomas are the blank spots or black spots in central vision. They get smaller, turn to fog, and gradually disappear. People who previously could only watch television or look at a clock with their peripheral vision can now look straight ahead and see those objects. Light intensity needed for reading gets less. At the same time, driving at night becomes easier. The wavy lines that some straight objects show in advanced macular degeneration begin to straighten up. And finally, the film over vision, which seems to obscure the entire world, begins to lift. Third, what is the rate of improvement? It's slow, but it's steady. Recall that there is no other published, documented treatment that improves vision. Recall that we are measuring using EDTRS charts that have 5 letters on each line. As of December 2005, people usually were getting between 1 and 2.5 letters per treatment. Occasionally, people will get 3.5 letters per treatment. On average, it's about 1.5 letters per treatment. That means it typically takes 3 or 4 treatments to gain 1 line's improvement. If it takes 3 treatments to get 1 line, when you have 6 treatments, you gain 2 lines, 9 treatments gives you 3 lines, and so forth. It is strictly the number of treatments that determines how much benefit you're going to get. If your vision is very poor, people can rapidly recognize that it's improving. People can recognize faces. People can pour coffee in a cup and not on the table. People can put toothpaste on the toothbrush instead of on the finger. If your vision is pretty good, oftentimes it takes 2 lines of improvement before you can recognize that there is improvement. That's because most eye professionals are telling you that there is nothing to be done to reverse the vision loss, and people don't want to have false hope. Fourth, how much benefit can you gain? The answer is dependent upon how many treatments you have. I have one very nice 85-year-old lady named Irene. She was one of my original experimental subjects, and I treated her a lot of times just to see how much she could gain. She went 15 lines better on the eye chart. She went from 1400 to 2040. I've had several other patients who gained 8 lines and then stopped gaining. When you stop gaining vision, I quit treating. And in these people, I just monitor what their vision is like. The total amount of improvement is based on the number of treatments you have. Fifth, what are the side effects and complications? In over 3,500 treatments, the only complication I have seen has been a black eye. About once every 10 eye treatments, someone has a black eye and resolves on its own. Sixth question, what is the durability? How long do the benefits last? The answer to that question is not known yet because the Santa Fe protocol has only been around for a few years. I have several patients who gained 8 lines and then didn't seem to gain any more. I just monitor their vision, and a year and a half later, they have still maintained 8-line improvement over their starting position. Thus, we seem to have fairly durable improvement. I've fully expected that booster treatments would be required, but so far that has not proven to be the case. Question 7. How often should one be treated? For people who live in Santa Fe or Albuquerque, most of them elect to be treated once a week. Some to be treated once a month, others 3 times a week. When people come from out of state, they want to get the maximum number of treatments in the shortest period of time. Up to 3 treatments per week, they receive the same benefit per treatment as if it were once a month or once a week. The 4th or 5th treatment has a variable response. Some people receive the same as if the treatments were spread further apart. Others get lesser benefit. There's individual variability here. When people come from out of state, they will often have a few treatments, gain a certain amount, go home, and come back in 3 months or 6 months. When they return, they still have maintained the gain that they had at the first session and go on to gain a bit more. Question 8. Are there other eye conditions that benefit from the Santa Fe protocol? Answer is yes. I have treated 2 people with retinitis pigmentosa. Both of them have increased in visual acuity and the range of vision has improved. They had a wider field of view. I've treated 1 man with optic atrophy who improved. I've treated 2 ladies with macular edema who improved. I've treated 5 people with rare retinal conditions. 4 out of 5 of those have improved. It appears that conditions involving the retina do benefit from the Santa Fe protocol. Now, there are other conditions that do not. If it's a refractive error, if you have astigmatism, if you have farsightedness, nearsightedness, that benefits from glasses. My protocol doesn't help. For glaucoma, the treatment is medicine, eye drops, or surgery. For cataracts, the treatment is surgical. So there are lots of eye conditions that the Santa Fe protocol will benefit, but it is not a panacea for everything. Thank you for watching this video. For further information, you may visit my website at www.reversemaculardegeneration.com, or you may email me at alstonmd@earthlink.net, or you can call my office at 505-986-0910 and speak to one of my staff.